Hello everyone. So this is Anil. Welcome to Education Tatva again. I'm assuming you are enjoying this series on Flowable, and there was a lot to learn, and there is still a lot to learn pending in the upcoming sessions. In today, we are going to talk about some of the advanced topic related to loan application. If you have not seen my earlier sessions on the loan application, please go and watch this. I'm going to put their descriptions in the description box. I'll put their links so you can go and watch that. So for now, what we are planning to cover today, we are going to talk about some of the dynamic injection of a process. So in general, if you see when we create a bpn application, so we design it, and the framework that we decide during the design time, that remains intact when it is going on the compile time or the runtime even. So that does mean, like, if we have put any human task in the flow, that is going to be the same thing when the application traverses the path. But Flowable comes up with some advanced features where this can, even at the runtime, you can inject some of the process, some of the path in the process. So that is what I'm planning to showcase in this series today, in this current video. So let's go and have a look on our Flowable Engage. If we open this, so you know about Flowable Engage, right? This is more for the business users to interact. On Flowable Engage, if we create a task, let's suppose we are creating a work, and within the work we are creating a new case. We are giving it some name, testing dynamic injection. So ideally this should be the name, but how I'm doing it here is just putting some name so that it can be differentiated while you are navigating or troubleshooting it with the data. Submitting this form to create this get application detail. So in here we can provide the details. We can provide the same details. USA, we did it multiple times, right? Doing it again. So we are providing the details in this task. Let's say just complete it, right? So this is on review application, and if we open this review application, we can utilize this option. We talked about this very briefly in earlier sessions, but let's have a look how this is behaving when there is an in-flight instance of the process and we just want to add identity check. So this is saying, do you want to execute the action identity check? I said yes. Okay. So if we say yes, we accept this. So earlier what was happening? After accepting this, this was going on the next path, and it was asking, it was rather than going on the escalate review or accept review or something similar, what we have discussed in the other session. But let's accept this from here. And since we added the option from last task from this place, you remember, right? So since we added that, it is taking us to altogether a new form or the task where it is asking to provide document image along with its type. So let me show you from here. So if you see, there is a dynamic injection. So this task was not earlier available there, but since we added another check, and this is quite cool sales demo you can consider in this application. So this has created a runtime task for you whenever you are like just thinking that there should be some additional check for providing the task detail where you are capturing the document for a person who is performing any task on this particular workflow. So this is really helpful, and this is not available in some of the bpm's work engines or the workflows that I previously worked upon. So let's go here and let's provide. So we opened a path after clicking on this click option. Let's provide some detail here. Then it is asking about the content type. So that is important. Like you can attach any document, but you need to provide what kind of document it is. So this is again now configurable, but this has all the standard document which comes as an ID proof. So let's suppose that this is staff photo. We can provide some name here, Oliver, and then formal, informal, and then what we can do is we can complete from this place, right? So you'll realize that within this case we now reach to a next task, and this already have the task available from here. Then someone need to accept this to move forward. But this is a very good example of introducing a runtime step which is dynamic in nature, and that's where you can control this from just adding a new step for taking your ID proof or some relevant information for the user who's taking that decision, and that is quite useful in some of the cases. And then after it, when you accept, this will again go to its normal route. So to be able to see that, let's go to the loan application. Let's see history. You'll realize that this path was was modified with a runtime dynamic injection, and then it moved to the regular path where it is currently pending with escalated review. So to summarize what we started doing it, we were just explaining the functionality of Flowable, where you can utilize its framework to add a runtime task as a dynamic injection, right? So I hope you like this video, and I hope you are able to understand. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on comments. And I'm assuming like you are learning well. Please share your experience. Any feedback will be welcome, and that will be corrected in the other sessions. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go like, subscribe, and comment for any feedback. Thank you.